If you enjoy this content, you'll enjoy Sentinel training. We're different because we actually care, and that pays off. TrainSentinel.com. Try it. You never know where you might wind up.
Good evening, Roger. How are you? What time? It's 9 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. Yes.
Okay.
So it's almost bedtime.
Yeah. Every evening when I'm putting my kids to bed, I'm like, it'd be ridiculous to go to bed now, wouldn't it? You have 2 kids as well, do you?
I have 2 boys, and they literally crash at 7 p.m. They can't survive after 7 p.m. So
what ages are they? 3 and 1?
3 and 5.
Oh wow, okay. That was the wrong way around. Okay.
They were once in a time 1 and 3, but now it's 3 and 5.
Not anymore. Where are you? You're from Sweden but live in Norway, is that it?
I'm Swedish. I live in Norway. Yeah, 13 years in Norway. Was supposed to be 6 months, but now it's 13 years.
How you moved for work or something, was it?
My wife, she told me, like, if we're going to continue meeting, you need to join me, because me and my friends going to Norway for work for 6 months.
Okay.
So I actually stayed together with them in an apartment for 6 months.
And she's Swedish as well?
She's Swedish, yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
And you just liked it and decided to stay, basically?
Yeah, we found real friends, and we've fast found a life that we really liked, and that friendship became almost family. When you live so far away from your family, it's like my closest family is 6 hours with car. Julia's closest is 7 hours with car.
Okay.
So friendships evolves and becomes more and more, and then it's your life here. And it's not easy without parents or sisters or grandmothers with kids.
Even just to take the kids or babysit or whatever. Yeah.
I wish that we didn't like Norway as much as we do. So it would be easy choice to move home. We almost moved home 2 years ago when we got the notice that Wilmer, our youngest one, was a triplet. So if we had a triplet, so we went from 1 kid to 4 kids, we would definitely move home, close neighbor to my parents. But it ended up with just Wilmer, and that was the safest for the natural way. The body rejected it, and so that was close that we moved home on the day.
Had you like started mentally preparing it, or was that very early on?
No, it was in week 6, and we just felt something was wrong. We went in and checked it, and doctor dropped in on a Sunday, and 1 is alive, 2 are not. But, what?
Wow, he just delivered it like that.
Yeah, that was like, I was like, you didn't know? We didn't know. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's an amazing bedside manner.
Yeah, but for the mother's safe and health and everything for kids is better. So take nature.
And is event management, because you renamed your events recently? It's Wadla or something, is it?
Yeah, Wadla. Yeah,
and then World Fitness Project as well. Yeah, is that like your full-time gig doing both of those roles then, or have you got more kind of irons on the fire?
No, I earlier had an affiliate, CrossFit Furuset, and the events and running up for WFP that also came on the table. I couldn't give the affiliate as much time that it deserved, and there was opportunity to leave. So I left. So now I only do work in my own company, and for our events and the WFP and some of the other stuff we do a lot of stuff during the year. The company, we just hired 3 people more in the company. So yeah.
What was the affiliate called?
CrossFit Furuset.
And where that's in? Is that in the city that you live in?
Yeah. We actually had a team qualified for games this year. but because of injuries, they couldn't go.
Oh,
So
shit.
that was pretty cool. That was Henrik Nergård, Vår, Mattias Pettersson. Oh yeah, I don't remember all. So that was pretty cool. I went out with a boom. So sadly they couldn't compete, but our name was there. I saw it on the board. So
When did you sell it then? When did you said you sold the affiliate?
I left and they took it over. So I didn't sell it. It was like a business agreement. So
Okay.
I just
When was that?
January, February, maybe March,
Okay.
February, March, something. Just it was the same time of my accident, so it was a lot of things going on, and that was one stress things that I really the affiliate that deserves better, and the whole combination, it was a good timing to step out. Yeah.
What was the accident?
Oh, I have a bad foot since before, and I broke my ankle and all that story like 15 years ago. And then I snow sledding with my son, and I broke my ankle in 3 again, the same ankle. So I broke that ankle now 4 times.
Jeez.
Yeah. So now they want to amputate it. But so that's another story.
Genuinely?
Yeah.
Why? Is there circulation issues or something?
Bad circulation. It's extremely bad mobility. I have like several infections in that foot. So they actually gave me today. I was in the doctors and they like confirmed that there is 2 options. One is for a functional life and one is for less functional life, and it's amputation or make it stiff. What do you say?
Oh yeah, like
Permanent,
lock it off, basically.
Yeah, and for my kind of life, that's not an option. And stop the blood circulation and infection risk, they don't take away. And we've been discussing this for 6 months. We just came really alive today, and the day before I left for Phoenix was also a day where they told me this. So I saw. So been a lot of things on my mind the last couple of weeks.
Jesus, that is insane. That is insane. So
it's life. It's life. It's life.
I mean, it's still pretty fucking insane. So
it's crazy.
There's a guy that I had on the show before that fucked his leg up in a motorbike accident. Oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Rogan Dean, Australian adaptive athlete.
Oh,
but he was saying that they brought him into hospital. They were amputating his foot, and they basically said, "Okay, we can amputate it here, and you'll have a prosthetic foot, or we can amputate it here, and you'll have a blade or whatever, and you'll be able to do box jumps and running and all that kind of stuff." And it was like further up. It was like his knee to get the blade thing, or it was like his foot to get the prosthetic foot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like basically about to go into surgery. It was like, just take it at the knee then. So he was like, I need to be able to run, I need to be able to jump. Are you going to be in a similar position to that then?
Yeah, we have that discussion already, and they show me, like, they tell me, like, if you do this, and all the people I'm talking to, I'm using the CrossFit community big time now. I'm using my circle, reaching out to everybody that I can think of that been in a similar situation, and talk to them and see what they say. And 99.9% of all these people say one thing: do it now, don't wait. It will take a couple of months, you will be back on running, jumping, training, and then you will adjust. Body will adjust, you will figure it out, and you can start training again. I haven't biking on my biker for 5 months. That's the only thing I can do.
Are you in pain with it, or just it's
constantly, all the time?
Wow, that's nuts.
That's a lot. Yeah, I had pain for my foot for 15 years. 15 years since my accident, and I had like 39 operations. I was in a wheelchair for 1 year, crutches 3 years. I was 58 kilos. 2014, I was 58 kilos. And then I found functional fitness, CrossFit, and I turned my life around on all those glory stories. And my doctors told me you can never walk without crutches. And I proved him wrong. And thankfully, this community will love. So I owe this a lot, and I have a deep passion for why I invest time and energy. And yeah, so yeah. Now we're running to that story.
Yeah, that's
always.
enough. I wasn't expecting that.
We didn't talk about that back in the days.
With the gyms, with moving away from your gym, then were you distracted by all of that stuff when that was happening? Like, did you mourn the fact that you weren't an affiliate owner anymore? That like that community now was being passed on to someone else, and that it wasn't yours anymore?
I'm still a part of that. I'm still a member there. I'm still a person there. I'm still coaching there sometimes. I actually feel like that. I was like, they deserve something better. I can still be a part of it. I will always be a part of it. And it feels better now because someone else taking charge of that, and they give the attention that they deserve. So yeah.
How many events do you run with Wadla?
Too many. We have 2 events in Norway. We have 3 events in Sweden this year. So 5 events in the company. And then we micromanage a couple other stuff. But yeah. And one of our biggest event ever comes now in October. 1,200 athletes.
Wow, where's that? In Norway?
Oslo, yeah. That's really, really cool. That's a epic event for me. That's something we're really proud of, what we have built and the trust we have been giving from the community, people traveling from 31 different countries. This year we have the Functional Fitness Federation in the same venue doing the National Championship of Norway, competing there, 160 athletes, back to back to our main arena. We have 3 floors, 42 vendors. Last year we had 3,300 spectators. So that's an event that we're really, really proud of, and we're investing a lot in. So yeah.
That's cool. I'm guessing that you started out with like a small event, like a local. Was it in your affiliate, or where was it? Like, how did you get started?
This is 2017 in Sandvika. It's a small city, a small area outside Oslo. I was a member, and I was in a competition in Norway, and I thought, oh, this is cool to compete in this functional fitness thing. But I think I can do it also because I come from event business. I worked in nightclub, restaurant, and concerts back in my whole life. So I saw the potential of doing an event, and I told the box owner, Harald, hey, can I do an event here? And he said, yeah, okay, I'm going to have 150, 200 athletes. I'd be like, oh, okay, good luck, buddy. 6 months in. And a couple of months later, I had 176 athletes competing. Synne Krogstad and Andreas Solberg was fighting about the first and the second place in my first event ever. Cool. And she's now competing in all over the place. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
That's really cool. And then because I think a lot of people start events and they kind of keep them in the affiliate because it's safe and they're secure on where it is and they know where everything is and it's easy to organize and stuff. And it's obviously less expensive than moving to an external arena. When did you start doing that then? When did you start going larger?
First year, 176 athletes. Last year after, I had 250, and that was too much. And
that was still in the
same affiliate. Okay. Yeah, I built a bleacher in there. I did crazy stuff. I did all the mistakes in programming. I did all the mistakes in everything else I tried to do. But I saw something on Instagram. I think it's called Battle of the Swiss Alpine Battle.
Okay.
Swiss Alpine Battle. Pat Wellner and those guys was there competing. I thought like, that is a cool idea. And I was on a strongman competition in Norway in a ski resort in Gol. And they had like a bleacher. They have like 3,000 square meters of concrete old floor. So it was really strong. And I'm like, maybe I should do something bigger and something fun. And everybody in the whole community, everybody that I know doing CrossFit or CrossFit competition or anything, they said, don't do it.
Why were they saying that?
Because nobody wants to travel 3 hours outside Oslo on a ski resort in the middle of the winter to do CrossFit. Nobody will come. And I proved them wrong. We sold out in a couple of days, and then CrossFit called and asked me to be a sanctional director from nowhere. That was weird. Nor Green, I think.
So that was like 2019 then, or end of 2018, 2019. So was that the year that you did the run up the ski slope? Was that sanctional? Was that event?
Yeah. And I had an event first.
Yeah.
In that place, and then I had a second event was the event where we ran up. Yeah. In the ski resort. So with all the Megala was there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She didn't win. Sanna from Finland won. And Roffin, the tour, what's his name? Griffith.
Oh,
Roffin.
yeah, Griffin Raleigh.
He won on the man's side. So we had a podcast then. You and me talked.
Jamie Heaton won. The program got a team ticket, didn't they? And then the teams didn't happen. Wasn't that year? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the program. I remember the program qualifying. I'm pretty sure it was at your
Matilda Garnes and those teams.
Yeah, your event, and then it was the teams were scrapped or whatever because
Jacqueline Dahlström didn't win, and that was a big thing between me and John Singleton.
Was it your fault?
All of that was my fault, so I take that. It's okay.
Well, then it's your fault. It's thanks to you that the team qualified. So you can't give and not take. It has to be
exactly. Yeah, give and receive.
So then, where are we now? Then that's like 2020, and then why did you change? Why did you move away from the separate events and bring it under one new company? Why did you do that?
Number one, we moved into Sweden. There was a company in Sweden that run a couple of events that I really enjoyed, and I know those guys, and they don't have any more energy, and they didn't want to do it anymore, and so we bought that company. So I did that investment, and I needed some help, and now a couple of my friends jumped in with some cash. So we went from 1 competition to 5 competition in like a decision, just after COVID, and that time we called everything throwdown. Yeah. And then popped up events like Scandinavian throwdown. It popped up many different throwdowns around Europe and even Scandinavia. And people started to like mix them up. And they're like, oh, I'm coming to your event in Malmö. I don't have an event in Malmö. Yes, you have. Throwdown. Oh, that's just a word. It's not like my word. So we said we need to try to separate us from what we do so people don't mix it up. We played around with a new name, and we came up with Wadla. That's a little bit what we stand for: workout, dream, learn, adapt. That's everything about life, especially my life right now. Learn, adapt, or be adaptive. That's pretty fun. I'm joking about it. I'm not that. I almost had whatever. And that's why I just decided that me as a person coming from what I do, I love making events, and an affiliate limits me pretty much. I love CrossFit events and affiliates. I love being an athlete. I can be a judge. I can go there and be an MC. I do MCing in many smaller events around the globe. But me as a I don't know what to call it, director of creating something, I need a bigger venue to play around on and to really excel in what I think is cool. And did that event in Storefeld, got that sanctional title, put me a little bit more secured by sponsors and my street value, or whatever you want to call it, street cred. And ended up that we created an event in Oslo that we call Oslo Throwdown, that really the company excelled from not making any money to actually making money. And now we're moving into the biggest sport arena in Scandinavia, Unity Arena in Oslo. That is a big thing in Scandinavia. So just try to do more. And I really love what we do, and I really so that was the drive to go out from affiliate, to go into arenas and take that risk, because it's a big risk for organizers to rent an arena for insane amounts of money without selling any tickets. It's like, I rent this, sign the papers, pay the first payment, and then start selling and hope your vision works. And sometimes do.
So the next one then, is it the Oslo Throwdown that's next in October?
Yeah.
Is that the one that's okay? And how many people does the arena hold? If you said you had 3,000 last year, is that what you said? Spectators.
Yeah.
And you have 1,000 athletes this year, so surely you'd be expecting more than 3,000 then, would you?
Yeah, that's the goal, to get more spectators in, to influence more people of what we do. Absolutely. And that's a go. But the bleachers around that floor, 14,000 square meter floor, have 22,000 seats.
Right.
So this is an arena that built. They can have full soccer, national soccer games in there. They have 4 big wardrobes with showers for 20 people in each. So this is a sport arena, but they also use it for concerts and stuff. So it's actually an optimal arena for exactly what we do. And the flooring is super strong, and you can drive your trucks straight in and unload. Amazing.
That's cool. How many tickets have you sold for that then?
I haven't started selling it.
I'm assuming not.
They mean athletes? Athletes is sold out. No. We don't have started yet.
Wow. What percentage of 22,000? Like, what number are you like? That was a success. Like, have you a number in your head?
If I hit 4,000 people, I'm super happy.
Once it's more than last year, basically, and once you're not like in the red.
I'm actually happy with what we had last year. I'm super happy, and we have more vendors. We have a national championship of functional fitness that is actually really, really good in Norway, because all the best athletes are competing there.
Is that the key, do you think, for CrossFit events, to have others? You know, like FitFest do it in the UK, where they have British weightlifting and they have other stuff on, and you kind of try and.
But you see more people helping to bring spectators in. Spectators is the most important thing for all events. Money in the bank for the event organizer, money in the bank for the vendors, people sharing on the athletes. It's so important to give the spectators a show, to give the spectators a big vendor village. But the vendors will not come if you don't have the athletes, and so spectators is really, really important, and to have more people helping out. Now we're actually having some BMX and climbing stuff in there as well. Some just for dragging more people there. We have a big playground for kids that we create in there, big food court. So we really try to. We call it an expo. We call it the Wadla Expo. And at Wadla Expo, you have a big vendor village, you have the national championship, you have Oslo Throwdown, climbing, bicycles, balance stuff, and food courts. So we try to create a festival of movement, if that is climbing or that is CrossFit or functional fitness or whatever. So to get more spectators and more spectators. So we have the athletes, they have signed up. So it's sold out. So it's really nice.
Is that a CrossFit licensed event, or it was and it's not anymore? Or how's that working?
It was licensed by CrossFit last year.
Are you going to do it this year or no?
No. I don't have any. There's not a super good answer why I'm not. I got a question from CrossFit. Do you want to license it this year as well? No, I'm not sure. All right, I wrote. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay. That was the answer I got. So I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
But you would have liked them to like persuade you almost.
Nah. I've been a sanctional director. I have done live announcements. I've been an affiliate, couple of affiliates, been under my name, licensed by CrossFit. And I hoped that they were like, hey, dude, Johnny Mac or someone would call up and, hey, I heard you're maybe not doing licensed. And I didn't. So I it became water under the bridge, I think you say. And yeah, it's sad. Yeah. So, yeah. So it's not. So now it's just licensed by Wadla.
When did the World Fitness Project, when did that come about? So you left, or I don't know how to say it, passed on your affiliate in like January, February. So was World Fitness Project before that or after that, or when was that?
No, before. It was before the Christmas, because yeah, they approached me, I think in October somewhere, just after Wadapalooza SoCal. When was that?
Yeah, like end of September, October.
Yeah. After that, sometime Will reached out, and just in the beginning of December we finalized everything, and it went really from 0 to 2,000%, because they needed to have a venue, because they want to announce the whole season early. So me and Will and Adam. Will just came the other day, next day, like, and we started to look at venues. First of all, I had to decide where in Europe, because they told me like, where do you want to have it? December somewhere. Mm.
And when he came to you in whatever October, like what was the pitch, or how did he convince you, or how, like, I think a lot of people would be justified in being skeptical if someone came to him and they're like, I'm going to launch a big league. He'd be like, yeah, okay. Like, it's a similar reaction to the one that you got from people when you said you wanted to start an event.
Yeah, they pitched me off their league stuff. I'm not the biggest nerd on CrossFit details. I love training CrossFit. I love organizing CrossFit events, or functional fitness, or whatever we want to call it. I'm not that the league and the stuff and the point system and all those details. That's not my favorite part of it. And they pitched me off. We want to bring the best athletes in the world to a competition in Europe, and I want you to organize it. Yeah, please. I can do that. Thank you.
Do you know why? So that's why he asked you, or what? Like what the?
Yeah, he said they had done a research by all his friends that do CrossFit, and talked to a lot of event directors around the world and people, especially at. That's why I remember it, Wadapalooza SoCal, especially at Wadapalooza, because I know that he told me. And the only name we hear here is your name, so that's why we call you. And I'm like, fun. That's the best way of getting approached, I think, by people telling that you do a good job. And he pitched me the idea, and I had a meeting with him, Jackson, Beth, Quinton. I think Ryan was there as well, Bella. So, and I just told him who I am, what I like to do, and what I stand for, and how I do my events. My event is not focused on elite. My event is focused for the community. It's like scale intermediate, RX. We have 40 elite athletes. That is like not even focusing on the best. We don't have a big price money. So I told him like, this is how I build my events, and I have built it as I'm actually having a salary, and it works, and I have spectators. So, and they liked it, and they asked me if I want to do an event where the best of the best comes, and they pay for it, and I'm like, let's do it.
You picked Copenhagen. I know we'll talk about the other events because I know you're involved with them as well. But say specific, like your am I right in saying your main responsibility has been Copenhagen? You've had other roles, but that's the main focus, we'll say.
The pitch was Jason. He's the big boss. of. He's like my mentor because I really respect him. I think all he does is good, cool stuff, and he stands for
Yeah,
a
he's a
lot of
cool
stuff.
guy.
He's a cool guy, and he is the event director for US. But he also like is my guy with the help I need, and it became like you doing Europe, they are doing US. I can come and visit. You should come and visit and watch the US event, but working more and more together and talking more. It's going more at me and Jason works a lot together and we help out. He's absolutely him and Will is and of course Jackson is my bosses. I see them as like my one step up. Uh, but I'm in charge of Europe. I'm the decision. I'm allowed to take more or less the big decisions for Europe. And I had a more like square in the beginning. When it comes to Europe, you're going to do it with my team, my people, my gang. But after the events, we see it's a kind of a group that is starting to build, and we're going to use some of the people from US, and we're going to some of the people from here from US from Europe. Yeah.
So Copenhagen is it 19, 20, 21st? Is that right? Of December.
18. We started
to the 20th. No, the 21st is 4 days, isn't there?
Yeah, it's 4 days. Amazing.
Okay. Was there any kind of reluctance in picking, like, were you tied to those dates, or like, because I guess if you're planning something out, if I was planning something out, I'd think, oh, that's pretty close to Christmas. I wonder would that, like, should we move further away?
We tried everything in the book to find something 1 week earlier, but it's tough. Those venues around the world, around Europe, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany. I was down in Spain a little bit. All those venues are used for Christmas things and Christmas markets and Christmas celebrations and Disney on Ice and all those stuff. Classic Christmas night with Carola, whatever. And so we had like 3 venues to pick from. One in Malmö, Copenhagen, and one in Spain. But after seeing Copenhagen and a little bit more doing a deeper research on the ecosystem of competitions, and I'm from Sweden, so Copenhagen is like 45 minutes from my hometown, so I've been there hundreds of times and know a lot of people in the community. And I did know that there was a competition before it called Butcher's Classic. Really cool event where Butcher's Lab used to run, and both Chris and Stefan owns Butcher's Lab. I know them really well, and I called them and asked them like, "Hey guys, are you doing something with Butcher's Classic? Is it something happening in Denmark?" No, why are you asking? I have opportunity to bring something cool to Denmark, but I don't want to do it if there is something going on close to in December. And they said, there is nothing going on. And if there's something cool, bring it. We will support you and help you whatever we can. And the other countries, both Sweden and Norway, Spain, they have big events. And stepping in is like stepping into someone else's background. And that was like the turning, plus the venue. The venue is really good, really, really good. And and I was thinking about, okay, when we announce the final, what will be the reaction from the athletic community, whatever? How will the reaction be? And I thought that the reaction will be mostly positive if we choose Copenhagen because of the history, the regional times, and all that stuff going on there, and a solid community of functional CrossFit. So, yeah.
What's the capacity of the Copenhagen place?
We can have 4,500 people sitting on the bleachers. It's 14,000 square meters. So we have a big place. The main arena is 7,000 square meters.
Okay.
So
What
4,000.
were the others? Is that similar size to the others, as in capacity
No,
wise to the others?
it's way bigger.
Was the seating similar or bigger?
Bigger.
Okay.
In
Um,
Mesa, we had seating for 1,500, and it was full.
Okay. Is the expectation to sell out then because it's Europe and because European crowds tend to show up?
That's what everybody says.
No
And we
pressure.
have. Is there a pressure? Of course. I want to show the Americans, the guys in WFB, that Europe is what everybody says. I hope that the ticket sales are amazing. We're closing up to 2,000 spectators already. The vendors is filling up. So all the prognosis says it's going to be, we're selling like every 10 minutes we'll see the ticket sales. So I think it's going to be crazy. Actually, I think even if it's close to Christmas, I talked to so many athletes, judges, coaches, agents, and everybody says, "Oh yeah, we're looking forward to Copenhagen. I'm bringing me the whole family. We're staying for Christmas. We're coming early. We're staying longer. Where should we go? Should we go to Norway? Should we go to Swiss? Should we go up and down?" So I think like people are excited to go to Europe.
Cool. Is there any murmurings or like rumors out of people because obviously some athletes haven't, through injury or wanting to avoid injury or whatever, have skipped out on some of the events because it just didn't line up right for them? Is there any kind of worry of that happening in Copenhagen? Would it be right to say they can't be backfilled in Copenhagen because it's just whoever has qualified qualifies, so you can't pick up a, you know what I mean?
I think we're backfilling.
From where?
From the leaderboard.
Okay, but you need to know a bit in advance, though, wouldn't you? If someone,
yeah. So I think we are sending out invitation to the finals really soon, and they have a certain time of saying yes or no. And if they say no, we're going to backfill.
Okay. What if they say yeah and then change their mind or don't show up or whatever? Then
we will have an empty lane.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's just the name. That's the name of CrossFit, doing CrossFit competition. It's not a perfect world, and we're working with people, and people can get sick. People can get second opinion. They can get injured. They have life. Life can come in the way. So even me could end up not being there because of life. So and we want to have a full arena. We want to have full lines, and that's what we work for, and that's what we try to. That's what we can work with. There's nothing we can do with life, change life.
What's among the volunteers and the event staff and stuff? I asked Jason this as well. Like, what would you give it out of 10? Like, what's your so far in the first two events? Would you grade it as like the performance of the team and the results in the events and stuff that people got to see?
Number one, I think I'm really impressed about the volunteers supporting this system. I think volunteers reflects the community, and we have never been short of volunteers. For Copenhagen, we have 310 people signed up as a volunteer. We have 110 different judges already signed up for coming to Copenhagen, and that's from the whole world. I think 50 different countries represented. And the work they do are as amazing as all other events. And I think they do as best as they can. And it's up to us, directors and leaders and leads, to guide them and help them to perform as best as they can. And I think they do that. And I'm really, really happy. Of course, we're working with people, and we are always evolving and adapting, and people do mistakes and stuff. But I think in the end of the day, the gear team, the judges, the media team, all the people that works around an event, I can never be more happier and thankful for what they do on my events, or the WFP, or the CrossFit Games, or the Rogue, or whatever. It's like they are 10 of 10 for me. And the only thing if there's nothing they do that is perfect, it's because we need to lead them better, and so it ends up on us. So yeah.
What was so say like my experience of events or like stories I've heard or whatever would have all revolved around, you know, Dave and the people that he's put in management positions, or like Bill and Katie and the people that they have in management positions. And it's a militaristic approach often. And it's, you know, everything is organized within an inch of its life. And, you know, everything is really, really incredibly regimented, and there's really high expectations. And if those expectations aren't met, you're probably going to get a bollocking and you're probably going to feel bad about it afterwards. What's the hierarchy like when it comes to our fitness project? Like, is it accurate to say, like from the outside looking in, it looks like more of a, I know you guys are working hard, but like a more of a relaxed management style rather than, you know, hyper, ultra organized and ultra regimented?
I understand where you're going. I think me and Jason, I actually counted it because we did making a t-shirt for it. 36 arena competitions during my time, and Jason probably do same amounts. And I think we have less stress, less need of being that big boss. And I think that reflects all the way down to the volunteers. And it goes really fast to see if people are there for the right reason and people do the best that they can. And if people do mistakes, that's something I really, really try to tell people, that mistakes are made. We do mistakes every day. I do mistakes often. If you ask my wife, I do mistakes every day, every hour, almost. But I'm always confident to say, hey, wifey, sorry, I did a mistake. And I think that culture is something we really try to tell people, that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you tell us so we can fix it. And as long as people are ready to say, hey, I did a mistake, I said this, I did this, okay, let's fix it. And we will fix it based on my experience, Jason's experience, Will experience, our appeal office experience, our head judge's experience, and take the right decision. I think that gives confidence that we don't need to be that super hierarchy, but we have, and we will tell people that you don't suit, you don't fit the team, and you're not what we want to do. And that's including me. It could be any day Jackson would call me like, hey, dude, it doesn't fit. Sorry, dude. And I would say, okay, I will go on. And I think that reflects down the line. And I hope I will never be that super military structured. And I think that is based on how you lead. It doesn't mean that the result or the product will be less good.
What was I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen a concept bike break in a workout. I don't think I've ever seen two break in a workout, and then two with the same athlete in the same workout was insane.
Trust me, I have a biker standing 45 centimeters from me. I have biked on bikers insane amount of. That is my favorite thing. Biker skier. I never ever seen it. All these bikes, I programmed them the morning with the race mode, the 12 hours mode. I did 5 calories. Me and Robbie, another guy, did 5 calories on each machine. We used this machine in the warm-up area. We used those machines in the Project One. And somehow, Ricky Gerard managed to make the screen go black. I never seen it, ever. I've seen a lot of like calibration. I've seen stuck. I've seen another thing. We switched that out. We put another machine in, and the pedal got stuck. I never seen it. I never seen it.
But
so
was it ever
I moved the bike.
What caused
I was
things
there.
or no?
Huh?
Did you ever figure out what caused the two problems?
No.
Like, did you realize afterwards what it was or no?
No, we just marked them up. We didn't have time. We just marked them up. and we put a note on it, and they are now probably on the way to concept 2 for checking it out. And the paddle was fully stuck.
Yeah.
And but I've seen a lot of things happen, and of any, I don't know the reasons. I still think Ricky is a professional. He handled it super professional. I was on the floor. I told him, relax. We will sort it out afterwards. He relaxed. He went on the bike. He moved on, and everything was good. And what I know, all the stuff was fixed. That's the only answer I have on that one.
What about the GHD then? That was an unusual one as well, wasn't it? Austin's pad.
That was. I'm just happy that
his free castration that he got.
Yeah, I'm really happy that he did a PR a couple of hours later, because I think that reflects that he handled the situation pretty good.
Yeah.
And a lot of cool photos and memes and stuff went out of it. So no, that's like, from me as a nerd in details, that is like, I still think about it. I'm so annoyed that happened, and it could be prevented with more check boxes. The check boxes that now are in our systems, and that's how we need to do it. Stuff happens. We need to learn about it. We need to adapt for it, and we need to eliminate that risk for next event. And that's never going to happen again on my watch. That's what happened. It was like the pin went under the metal instead of in. So there was nothing wrong with the equipment. It was just the pin, instead of going in the hole.
The previous athlete changed it, and then it wasn't checked in between, basically, was it?
The pin is checked. The thing we had as a research, one of our staff, after the athletes have checked this GHD how they want it, the pin checks that the pin is in, and that's it. That's the only thing we checked. And sadly, the pin was underneath the metal instead of in the hole. So
okay.
If that was the previous,
you go and just try and lift it up now to check, basically.
Yeah, there is. You can see that there should be only 2 holes visual on the metal thing, and if you see more than 2 holes, because there is actually 3 holes, if you see the 3rd hole is too high. So that's and that's now in the standard. We have 2 people. We did it after what happened. We have 2 people meeting up in the middle. They check for 2 holes. They pull it. They make sure the pin is in. So if that's what you do, you need to learn about it. We're just happy that he came out of the situation as good as he could. It could be worse. He could follow him and land it on his head or whatever. It's going to be really, really much
I don't think
worse.
he wanted kids anyway, so it's fine. It'll be. I don't wish ill on anyone, but I sort of hope it does happen again, so we can see a great video of you saying that will never happen again on my watch. And then in Copenhagen it happens again.
If that happens again, I'm gonna resign as an event director. 100%.
What you said 36 events, you've done sanctionals, you've done local events and everything. One of the big things that happens is appeals and requests from the athletes that, this isn't fair, that athlete did this and my judge did this and I feel like I did that and whatever, I should get time back or I should get more, whatever. It's been asserted that maybe the World Fitness Project has overcorrected slightly from maybe Rogue or the game's attitude of basically don't give an inch, like that unless something egregious happens, that there's no real room for some appeals to be granted, and that the World Fitness Project has gone down more of a yeah, we'll listen to you and okay, yeah, we'll give you some time back, and then okay, you're not happy that they got that time back, well, we can give you some time. That that's gone too far the other way, that it's overcorrected.
I think number one, I really appreciate when athletes do appeals. I think that's the way.
Said no event organizer ever.
I think it is the best thing that can happen. If there's something wrong, if you think you have been misjudged or have a faulty result or whatever, I want that feedback. I tell all on my briefings, on all events I do, I tell all athletes, if there's anything, don't hesitate. I want the feedback. I want the appeals, because then we can make it better. We can, if we don't know what's wrong, we can't fix it. And a lot of people come to me. I tell them, you can come to my face, you can text me, email me, DM me, email, whatever you want. Contact me and I will listen. My telephone number is on Instagram. Call me whenever you want. And I think that is the best way. That's how we learn. And I think some things I think we should be hard on. What we don't do, we take it as feedback, not as something we will change. But I also think there is a side of it that we should listen more. We should be open for not what the old echo of how to do it in the CrossFit Games or the Rogue or all the events you mentioned. I think the athletes deserve a little bit more time. We have time for it. And
I think like
we want to
CrossFit
listen.
it does allow appeals, but I think they don't grant them. I think that's the
And it just
delineation.
allow, yeah.
As in, they allow you to come up and say, I have this problem. And they might say, okay, yeah, we can give you a second and a half back. Whereas I think it's been asserted that World Fitness Project is more along the line of like, okay, yeah, and it's a bigger chunk, like Yella's assault bike, that kind of thing, where it's kind of like, or whatever the air bike he was on. And it's kind of like, whoa, okay, where did that come from? That's a pretty decent granting of an appeal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was involved with a couple of those appeals, and we don't take it lightly. We have big discussions. We try to discuss it from different angles. We are really different. Will as an athlete, the appeal officers backstory, Jason and me from only different experience, and we really try to discuss it and with the head judges, and then based on all these years and events and competition together, we try to do what we think is the right answer and the right decision, not based on, no, we never approve this on judges' error. No, but because we never done it doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it. Look at the soccer. I think there's a lot of judges out there, do you say judges on football? Referees, sorry, that are annoyed on the VAR. VAR, that's an English word? Yeah, on the VAR. And because now they can go in and look at the micro millimeters and stuff and see if that ball or that was offside or not. And before, I think a lot of referees think that is bullshit and it shouldn't be like that. And it's not the sport. And I don't think it's the sport, because I think it destroys a little bit. And that's why I think we should allow, that's why we have cameras in all angles to be able to watch most of it and take new decision to evolve or adapt to where the sports have grown. But now we have time to do this. We have actually time. I'm there, Jason is there, Will is there, and our job is to listen to the athletes and try to make it as fair as possible. And judges' error or equipment or something, we want to spend the time, and that's something we really want to do. That's something we want to stand behind. That we will make the time to listen, and we will make the time to discuss what the right decision is. And yeah,
I heard, now I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard this from two people that Yella got a time or his time for his assault bike was an assault bike or an echo bike, I think. I don't know. Anyway, his bike, he didn't get his time for the bike, and he was given a time afterwards. And then, so that was like an appeal granted. And then another athlete went and said, that's fucking bullshit. There's no way he would have gotten that time on the bike. And then that athlete was given time as well, because they appealed his appeal almost.
You know what the time was?
What was it? Was it 40 calories? And he was supposed to have done it in 60 seconds or something?
Oh, I wish I had my phone here. My phone is actually there. Otherwise, I have photos on like 5 or 6 screens because I was checking something. And I was not involved with that decision. I didn't know about it from now. You told me. I was not involved with it, so I can't answer it. Sorry.
Okay,
But,
that's right.
mm.
You did a podcast in, where the fuck were they from? Denmark as well? Were they from Denmark? The guy and the girl.
Victor and Astrid.
Yeah, they were they at the games before on a team or something? Or
Yeah.
semifinals maybe, the games.
Yeah, team CrossFit Fleck or something.
Yeah. FLA, it's the A and the E stuck together, isn't it?
It's the weird leather.
Yeah, it's not in my alphabet. So you did that podcast, and off the back of that, there was a lot of reaction to some of the stuff that you said. Some of the stuff that the three of you said, really, I guess, but I guess you, as like a representative of World Fitness Project, probably got it in the neck a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would you? If you're like,
bring it on, buddy.
I'm just curious, like, why would you say? It just seemed quite aggressive. Like, it seemed like quite an aggressive stance to take.
I totally agree. I was like a little bit pinched in because if you know Victor, you know that he's a pretty feisty guy and pretty strong-minded. And I told him, I said it in the podcast as well, if I don't remember wrong, that, hey, good dude, you're the one that if you as an athlete comes on my list of athletes, I'm like, oh, that guy's going to ask some, and he's going to be annoying. And he is, but he knows it. And that's how it is. And I got a little bit lured into some deep talks there. And yeah.
You were very critical of people who have criticized World Fitness Project.
It's not about. It's not. I actually no. I need to stop you. Sorry.
Okay, go on.
I never reacted on people criticism World Fitness Project. Actually, and I never said that because I don't think it's about.
You were talking about like haters, and you were talking about America. I assumed that you meant hating on like the World Fitness Project events. No,
I was thinking about haters of bullies, kind of people that I'm really sensitive on using other people as try to make clicks or baits or money on other people and putting other people in bad lights because of I'm just as a person, that's always sensitive to me, and maybe that's personal backstory, and that's why I don't listen to it. I don't listen to bad news. I'm really like, don't look at the TV so much because I don't want to have that bad negative. I don't want to have negativity, and I react really hard on negativity. And when this is like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years back. It's nothing to do last months. I react really hard on people that uses a 20-year-old girl that have invested a lot of money. Her mother have invested a lot of money. Her whole family have invested, and that person travels to Spain to do an event, and someone choose to zoom in to one person of 20 athletes when she do dumbbell thrusters, and that's what he sees in that whole competition.
Who's
and
he?
So how can it's easy to win the heat if you do bad thrusters? That is, I think, and laughing about it. And when I see stuff like that, it's like, block. There's nothing. And that's what I reacted on. That's where it comes from. And all that negativity, it just eats on me. And I have so much in my life already. So that's what I said. And that's what I meant, that everybody that uses too much negativity and makes fun of people on their own, I don't have that sense of humor. Maybe I'm boring. I don't like that kind of humor on TV either. I don't like it. And then I react and I say, I don't want to have those guys in my feed. I don't want to have that pop up on my stuff. I don't want to have it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want people to talk to me about it, even if people try, hey, you heard this? I don't want to hear it. I've tried to focus on the positive. I have enough dark clouds in my own life. And so that's how I protect myself from that stuff. And I said that, and I stand by it. And as I said in the same discussion, that I think it's sad that some of those big accounts don't use their platforms for more good, or telling the positive story from that situation, or instead of the thing that they saw on that full competition floor in their sofa, zooming into on a TV screen, they saw one girl potentially doing bad thrusters. What do you do now?
Who's he? You said that's what he saw. Who's he?
It doesn't matter. Do it.
Well, it matters a bit. Like,
yeah, Andrew. They was this Andrew Hill account. So
if you don't like talking about it, you're going to hate the next couple of minutes. So, it's confused. I can sort of empathize with how you would see it that way, but it's also like, okay, if that, I actually don't know the incident that you're talking about, but we'll just say that, I don't know if that's a real person you're talking about or a hypothetical one, but that girl does her thrusters and wins and qualifies the game, whatever, or she gets called out, the reps get seen, that judge in future has a better eye and is like, I need to be way more careful because I don't want to get called out for getting this wrong. And then the competition improves as a result, and maybe that girl improves her squat depth as a result. And then versus how unfair it would be on the other 20 people in the field or 19 people in the field if she got away with that. Like, that's the other side of it, that it's not an attack on that person, it's an attack on the standard that's not being held, if you know what I mean.
I totally agree. I think that the feedback are something I will welcome. It's just how you present the feedback, outing the girl as a bad athlete because he potentially thinks that is a no rep.
But you're taking it as an attack on the person.
Yeah, because he outed the person.
As opposed to but the person is doing the movement and is being judged by the judge doing the movement.
Yeah. It's just, I think this, the angle that it's used, and I think there's a better way of communicating feedback. And if he were on site and he would come up to me and tell me like, hey dude, I was watching this and I saw this, and I think you guys need to be more into that details. I was like, oh, thank you for the feedback, buddy. High five. And that's the way. I have no worries. And if Andrew or you or whoever else would come up on an event, give feedback like grown up, I would love that. Anywhere, if there was like a good way of thinking. It's just me. It's weird.
What would you say then when people say, like, I'd be of the opinion that it's incredibly effective because it's led to change in judging standards and in the sport? I mean, I know people that are judges who have said, amazing. The last thing I want is to be called out in a video that I fuck something up and let an athlete away with something. So I'm more careful now than I have been in the past.
Makes also people afraid of if they, from that angle of the camera, maybe it looks like bad squats, but it's actually not. And I'm getting outed, and I'm getting people that write to me on Instagram saying you are bad athletes because potentially being a bad squat, because it's impossible to see from different angles what the actually the judge sees on the floor on another angle. And because it is difficult. It's difficult on the floor. It's difficult then I can also sitting in a sofa and trying to take a decision of that is a no rep or no rep. I think that is the wrong way of doing it. Then it's better to come to the floor, come to the competitions. Welcome. Why not? But I can be wrong. I'm being wrong every day. And that's just my opinion of what I like and what I don't like. And if it works, amazing. Good job. But I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it in my life. And that's my choice. And maybe I should have kept it for myself. And like I got a little bit baited into that one. And And if I hurt anyone's feelings, I'm sorry for that. But I heard that he checked up if I was blocking him, and he confirmed it on his somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's like honestly, I do think it's a shame that you do have him blocked, because you are actually. I know you said like, oh, it's a shame that these big accounts don't use the eyeballs that are on them to share the good stories. Like he has done probably like 8 of the best athlete pieces that have been made in CrossFit in the last like maybe 7 years. Like 45-minute long documentaries on YouTube. I think it speaks a lot as well to just to counter your point of maybe that the athletes feel attacked, is that I think as far as I know, there's maybe only one athlete that said, no, I don't want to do anything with you. Whereas anyone else that he's approached has been like some athletes have gone to him and said, please come to my house and follow me or whatever. So I think you maybe either that athlete said something to you and said, oh, I feel attacked, or you've taken it upon yourself to feel that she was attacked, which I don't actually think. I think the movement standard was attacked, and it was highlighted the fact that this, and I still don't know the post you're talking about, but just going by his general demeanor, I'm assuming that it was, this is egregious and should not count, in the hopes that that athlete would do better the next time, that judge would do better the next time, and that competition organizer would do better the next time. And other athletes and judges watching it would say, fuck, I don't want a video like that about me. I'm going to make sure my ass hits the back of my heels. Or I don't want a video about me. I'm going to be lying down on the ground sideways with a fucking ruler to make sure. I'll have a spirit level to make sure that they're below parallel, because I don't want that to be me. As opposed to, fuck this bitch, let's get her, which I don't think is the intent of the posts.
Okay. As I've said, I do mistakes and I can be wrongly. I'm really like sensitive guy, and I react really fast on some stuff, and this could be one of them. And okay, you got me. I will turn off the block and I'll start following these guys. And
there you go. He just gave me $50, so yeah, unblock him.
I will do that. I will 100% do that. After the podcast is over, I will go in and unblock.
You should definitely look at his YouTube.
Oh yeah,
be worth.
Okay.
Yeah, his YouTube is really good.
My friend says it. I have a friend, Magnus. He always keep me up to date. He told me like,
I know him. He's in the chat sometimes, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. He said like,
is he from there but lives in America or something, or lived in America?
No.
No, okay.
No, he's my super CrossFit nerd, Magnus. He always keep me up to date if I need to know something, and if you, I trust you, buddy. There's a reason why I follow you. I haven't blocked you. I like you, and I'm really a sensitive guy, but I can be wrong. And if you say that I should turn that off and I should start listening, I will do that until I will be proven if I see I don't want to follow it again. But I would do that. Yeah, I would turn it off and I start listening. Can you send me some links on good podcast, good YouTube videos?
I will. Yeah, no problem. You did only follow me like 3 days ago, but I won't hold you to ransom.
Follow you, but I didn't. I started following you.
The others then. So do you like? I really tried to find that clip to watch it back before we did this, because I couldn't remember specifically what you said. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I remember at the time thinking, okay, he's talking. It sounded to me like you were talking about, say, Hiller, barbell spin, Taylor self, Sevon. Like that was kind of the group that you were talking about. You mentioned Americans, and you mentioned, I feel like you named a couple of them, but I don't want to say you did because I can't remember exactly if you did or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Why is that? Like, why have you lumped that together? Like, why? Because I understand you've explained your perception of Hiller, but I just don't get the rest, I guess.
It's just me as that was Roger talking, and Roger shouldn't have talked that.
Who am I speaking to now?
Now he's talking to Roger right now. He's not the event director, Jill Rose. For me, I'm my sense of humor and my choice of wording, how I communicate, what I think is fun, that does not include especially some of those podcasts and some of those Instagram accounts. It's not my kind of humor. I don't want to have it in my feed. I don't want to have it in my energy zones. So that was the answer, and I strongly stand by that as a private person. That's not my kind of. That's not what I want to have in my space, and I don't like that. And it is not. That is not just CrossFit related. That could be related about pure humor, movies, television shows. That's not my thing. I don't like it. I really, really dislike it. And now we talk about CrossFit, so that's why those accounts I have blocked hundreds accounts on my that is about our version of using words or humor or those stuff. So, and he asked, I answered. I am honest as much as I can. I've tried to be honest. So
yeah. I get it. I think it's well, I kind of don't. But
I have something I don't like on your Instagram account. I don't like the alcohol videos where you play that you're drunk and you go back and forward. I don't like. It's not my. I don't like them. It's just I don't like that. That's. I see what you want to do. It's not you want to do something fun, but it's not my kind of humor. I just I just see the character and I like. I don't want to see that. Next. So yes, as a example, I'm sensitive on those parts.
I'm sensitive too, Roger. That hurt.
I'm sensitive. Make a meme.
I think the danger, like that kind of sort of conversation to me just sort of heightens the divide, or it heightens the negativity or the gap between Europe and America and CrossFit in Europe, when it's like it's a them and us, and it becomes more of a them and us. And I think the same thing is happening to the World Fitness Project now, where it's becoming more of a them and us, and it's being heightened, and it's being I don't know, like perpetuated or whatever by the stuff that's being said and stuff that's not being said and stuff that seems to be deliberately not being said. I think it's kind of starting to cause more division, when I think initially at the outset, it looked like what they were saying was that they wanted it to be more inclusive, and they wanted to kind of get rid of the infighting and get rid of the division and have more clarity and more transparency and all this kind of stuff. Do you feel like there's a conscious effort not to say CrossFit when talking about CrossFit, like within the World Fitness Project?
We try to respect the brand CrossFit by not using them as clarifying what we do. I think that is as more as of a respect part.
Do you reckon, would you get in trouble, or would you get some kind of legal action, do you think, if you said, it's like functional fitness is kind of what's being said and whatever, but like at the end of the day, it's Will is saying, like he said on that Spanish podcast the other day, that it's, the best, the fittest athletes in the world or whatever, but they're all CrossFit athletes who do CrossFit. So do you think, would he get in trouble if he said, we invited the 30 best CrossFit athletes to do our competition?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. It's more a professional part. Like, try to use what we do is functional fitness. That's what CrossFit says as well. CrossFit is a brand. WFP is a brand. Hyrox is a brand. But everybody do CrossFit. I think it's more as a respect.
MoveMax is a brand.
What?
MoveMax.
I don't know what MoveMax
is. You'll hear all about it. Don't worry.
Okay. I think it's kind of showing some respect and professionalism, and us using functional fitness as the definition of what we do, and CrossFit not CrossFit. Yes, I don't think I love what CrossFit have given me. I think CrossFit is super cool. I think CrossFit Games is something that I have highly respect for, because what they have created during the years. And I think they did a really good job this year on the CrossFit Games. I was watching every heat, every event, and that's one of the things me and my wife really enjoys doing. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not. Nobody had told me don't say CrossFit. The only thing and we need to think about, we're not using it on marketing or using it and stuff.
Yeah, I get it. And like T-Bird has corrected me on this before. I thought that I asserted that they didn't say it, and they did say it. Lauren Smith said it a few times in the broadcast. I accept that, but my point there was more recently Will was on that Spanish podcast and described it as world championships and fittest athletes and the functional fitness and whatever. And I was kind of like, just say CrossFit. Like, you can't, I don't think you can have any legal repercussion by just saying, yeah, they won the CrossFit games and now they're coming to our competition and we picked the best CrossFit athletes. It's a CrossFit based, it's a competition based on the CrossFit methodology. There's no way there'd be a legal impingement on that. If you wrote CrossFit above the door, yeah, obviously. Or if you put it out on your Instagram, obviously.
I don't think Will are afraid of some legal stuff. I think it's just try to be professional by not using the brand instead of just using the move. What we do is functional fitness, and I think that's actually what I've said. I don't know how many times I said CrossFit in this podcast, and I don't know anything about anyone ever been said that don't use this word and don't use that word. And if you listen to the CrossFit Games this year, I didn't hear anyone say WFP or High Rocks or anything, because they mentioned these athletes competed a couple of weeks ago. They are, I think this both sides showing this respect. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be. I've been wrong all the time. And because I was actually thinking about it when I was looking at the CrossFit Games on the TV, that, they actually never mentioned World Fitness Project, WFP, or High Rocks, even if these athletes have competed in high-profile events, both in High Rocks or CrossFit, or WFP, or any of all the turf games, all that stuff that's going around in the world. And so I think it's from both sides. And I think Will really, really tries to be as the most professional as he can be in his new role, from being a super athlete to now being super focused on WFP story. So, yeah.
I'm just bringing this up for my own ego. Ollie says the drunk videos are the best thing to come out of Ireland since Westlife. So I'm just going to, I don't want to.
I understand.
I'm just bringing it up for my own ego. I just need to massage myself back to an even keel. I get it. Like, I suppose I just think a lot of the criticism that I've seen has been like, why won't they just say CrossFit? So then it's like, it eradicates all that criticism. If you just say it, that criticism is gone. You're saying about feedback. If people just say, yeah, it's basically like, it's pretty much the CrossFit Games field. We picked the best of the best CrossFit athletes. We brought them to the World Fitness Project to compete and try and win the World Fitness Project. We do a league, they do a one-off event. That's the difference. Instead of kind of dancing around it and not saying it, but sort of saying it. What about other feedback you've gotten then? Like, two of the consistent complaints I've seen online have been the lighting, it being like quite dark on the broad. I know I've heard in person it looks amazing. But I've heard a lot of people online are saying like it's pretty fucking dark watching it on the stream. And then the second complaint, also stream based, is the requirement for a website rather than just going on YouTube. That it's like it's an extra hurdle that people are like, oh fuck, I don't want it that badly, as opposed to just sitting on my TV and flicking on YouTube. Do you think either of those two things will be addressed, or is that not the kind of feedback? As in, are they two things that you're nailed to, that you're like, no, we need to do it this way. This is the way we want to do it?
We are not nailed in to do anything.
Because CrossFit does. I know the different languages is a aim for the stream, but like CrossFit does just different channels, different streams on YouTube. So, one in Portuguese, one in French, whatever.
On the platform wise. Why we do it on our own website instead of YouTube, I think it's probably a lot of good reasons, and one of the reasons, what I know, is the language thing, and I think Hanno is wanted to try out of doing something different, see if there is a value of providing a different language. It's something we're testing out. It's something we want to try out. He really wanted to try out that's used in a lot of enormous big conferences and stuff that have big success. And he have pitched that in, and we want to try it out. And I think one event is not enough to get a feedback and facts if that is worth it or not. If there is people not liking it, but it's giving thousands or tens of thousands or 100,000 more views, those 1,000 people versus the 100 extra thousand views could, if that is fact. I don't know anything about the numbers. I think they want to test it out, and if it's the value is not high enough, and I will not get surprised if that is the case. We will just move to just have it on YouTube or something else.
Or both. Like just do YouTube and the website. And then if someone wants a different language, they go to the website.
Yeah. That's way out of my area of expertise or what I do as an event director. I also, of course, have a voice, but I leave that to Hanno and those stuff because it doesn't really affect my work. It more affects the whole product and those meetings we have also. And I actually haven't watched it so much. I've been on the event, I've been there, so I actually haven't watched that much the live stream. And
did you watch any of it back, like after the fact?
I was watching the first event more, and I saw what I thought infected my work. For example, the lift event, that the black came on the minute, even if someone was still lifting. And that was a feedback I gave to Hanno, that if we're having it darken, we need to let, if there is still a athlete lifting, that athlete need to be finish his lift before.
Either you need to have the, the way the rule is, if you have the bar off the ground, you have to just stop them on 60 seconds.
Exactly. That's will eliminate that part.
Yeah.
And we took that away on the lift events this year and have it like light all the way. And so the feedbacks comes and we try out stuff. We try to make it's really fun to be there. It's so exciting to have these light shows because it's really cool and it gives a reaction on this spectators. And I think the athletes get like standing there in this light and then open up the new part of the field and they get like, let's go. So that part is cool. Maybe but the bigger audience are on the web. So that feedback is really, really important. And after this conversation you and me had now, I will 100% tomorrow on the office have Mesa on my TV in the office, and I will look hours tomorrow and see my reaction and how much I should give feedback on that as well.
One of the best rebuttals to that argument that I saw online, I'm pretty sure it was someone in a live chat of an episode. Someone said something about the stream being dark, and someone in the chat said, mine was perfect, I could see it. And then the next message they sent was, I have my brightness up all the way though, so maybe that changed. It's like, yeah, it probably would. Okay,
was it that dark?
I found it fairly dark. Yeah, like it was
exciting.
It was, I get the look, I get what they're going for, that sort of black, and then you have the white strips of the, between the lanes, you can see stuff on that, but it, like, I get it, but it's also just, sometimes you're looking at it being like, who the fuck am I looking at here? Like, I can't, when you're on the wide shot, you're like, oh shit, there's someone in that lane. I didn't even realize there was someone in lane one because I couldn't see them. Yeah, I like, that's a lot. I wasn't there, so I'm sure in person it looks great, but like you said, that's whatever, 1,000 people saying this is amazing versus 20,000 people being like, where the fuck is that guy gone?
But you also need to let the guys try it out, test it out, and maybe you'll see in Copenhagen will be different. Or next year.
You'll have the sun in the room in Copenhagen.
There is no sun in there.
Definitely not that time of year. With next season, then you mentioned next season, so Spain, that's Mallorca is going to be a stop at some point. And Jason, didn't say that they would. He sort of alluded to the fact that they would enjoy revisiting some of the places that they've been this year, which kind of, you know, maybe doesn't rule out, maybe doesn't fully rule in Mesa and where's the other one? Indianapolis. Do you know, have they all been set? Are you like certain on where all the events are yet, or not really?
We are really, really, really close on deciding everything. We had a meeting today discussing all those stuff. And
The first one's in March, right? Is that accurate? Is that Majorca?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one's Majorca, and then where's after that?
I haven't been 100% decided yet. Yeah,
And
it's a lot of variables and decisions to take, and we're working like really, really hard on finalizing that as early as possible to announce that the whole season in just and just a part of the season just for the athletes, the spectators, and brands and sponsors. So, and you guys, everybody out there will be the first when I don't know. As soon as we know, that's the part of the transparency that I really, really love with this company, that there is actually not that many secrets. I think Will said it once. If he could choose, he will just announce all workouts for the whole year on January the 1st. Boom. There we go. All events, all the workouts. Here we go. Everybody train, have fun, no secrecy. But that's actually us directors that stops that part, because everything can happen. Life can happen. And we maybe need to change workouts. We need to change the things. So we shouldn't do that until now. He gives 3 weeks. So, and the same as the venues. As soon as we know, we don't want to give anyone false information. The only thing we can say for certain is that we're going to Mallorca for 99.9% surety. Bad language. I'll leave.
March. That's March.
Yeah, I'll leave 0.01 because life, something could happen.
That's fair.
And
is the next one is June then, is it?
Probably. I'm just going to squeeze in potentially 4 events next year.
So March, June, September, December, basically again, or similar-ish.
Yeah, that's the, and also depending on other events around the world that we think we should avoid, because there is events out there that we highly respect, and we, as a company, really don't want to step on toes as much as we can, and we have some stuff we need to stay away from. We think we should stay away from. And
have you contacted? I know there's kind of half sort of conversations last year. Have you contacted CrossFit and asked for the layout of the season or anything, or offered the layout of the season?
I haven't. I don't know if Will or Jackson have done that, but I haven't. We are communicating with several of the events globally, and talking to them what they are doing and when they are doing it. Try to stay away from each other so the athletes can recover between, or so they don't have to choose. So
will the final be in Europe again next year, do you think, or is that going to be something that moves back and forth?
I think it will move. If it's going to be in Europe this year, I really hope, for my own sake, that I will. The finals is cool. I want to have the final, and I want to be in charge of the final. So I hope it's going to be in Copenhagen again. Maybe that will be amazing as an event director to have 2 years in a row. Hopefully we can do it 1 week earlier if we end up in December. But right now, the canvas is still open for changing. So as soon as Will knows, he will be the first person to put it out there, because he wants it out, and Jackson, the whole company, want to announce it. So everybody knows what they're going to do next year. So,
do you think the criticism of the World Fitness Project, or the microscope that it's been put under, do you think it's fair? Do you think it's not fair? Do you think it's like par for the course, or how do you feel about that?
As I said before, I don't follow so much about the criticisms, because I protect myself a little bit from that because I don't listen to the podcast. I don't have them on social media. I have some people telling me, "Oh, you WFP getting so much shit right now." Okay, I don't want to know. I actually, I think it's positive in one way, kind of. That shows that people care, and if people care, they make noise, and if people care on a competition floor, they cry or they go and complain. I don't think that's a problem, because they show that they care, and even if it's negative stuff, it means that they actually see what we're doing. They care and they keep us on our toes. We discuss stuff that comes up all the time. If there's something we think is you guys or anyone mention that we do that is bad, we will have it on our to talk about, and that makes us better. So I think I'm not worried about criticism. I'm not afraid of it. Bring it on. I'm in the podcast with you. I know you will take up stuff that will get criticism on and stuff that I say, but I'm not afraid of getting criticism, and and I know I'm not perfect, and I think probably a lot of those stuff is unfair. I think it's because of maybe you guys, not you actually. Sorry, I said sorry. You remember I said sorry. They try to get me on. I did something wrong about leaking the swim event in that Danish podcast. And it was just, if you had listened to the podcast and everything I said, I've finished that sentence back with, it's official. It's been official for a long time. Will said it several months ago. It's been in a newspaper in Sweden. It's been on 100 affiliates, some posters. Go and see the swim event in Helsingborg. So no, and I a little bit played around with it on the podcast, and it was my fault that, isn't that official? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's official. And it's not a leak when I say it. It's information. That's the difference between leaking and information is when an event director says it's going to be a swim event. It's not leak, it's information. But yeah, I still think that means that you're listening, the guys is listening, and if you react, I think that means that you care, and the feedback you give us, we're listening to, and the feedback we think we should listen to, then the feedback we don't think we should listen to, that is like just trash talk, we will filter it and throw it out and forget it and move on. So bring it on. We are here to stay, and we are here to evolve and adapt and try to be as best as we can. So if you want to trash talk, if you want to give us feedback or whatever, bring it on, and we can handle it.
Cool. All right. On that note, thanks. I know it's like kind of late.
Dude, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm old. I need to go.
You're eating into your children are sleeping time.
My beauty sleep.
Yeah. We won't need that, I think. Thanks, Roger, for coming on. Great to talk to you. Good luck with your event next month, Oslo Throwdown. Is that going to be streamed or anything?
Yeah, we have it on a local Norwegian sport channel thing. So yeah.
Okay.
Are you coming to Copenhagen?
I don't know. It's the 21st is my birthday and my daughter's birthday, so I'd be.
Oh, we can celebrate you. I will sing for you on the floor.
Yeah, it's more her that I'm concerned about, not really me.
Okay. Oh yeah, correct.
But yeah, we'll see.
But we will not have it on YouTube, our event, because of the local local television show. So they will have it on their channel.
Similar to what Torian did, kind of putting it on.
Yeah, they bought the rights to put it on the local stuff, and that's really nice for. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. Buddy. Thanks everyone for watching. What day is today? Thursday. Oh, I put out an affiliate video about SC Fit in Birmingham. People should go and watch that, please. The last episode did fucking terribly, so everyone go and watch this one, please. Hopefully it's better. I don't know. Thanks, Roger. Appreciate you coming on. Good luck with Oslo, and good luck with Copenhagen.